Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Isabel and this is my library. In today's video, I bring you a little tiny update of some reading spreads for my book journal. Alright everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. So this is not an end of the month update journal video. I actually had some housekeeping to do on my journal that I wanted to get done before June was over. So I'm bringing you along for the creation of some new spreads on my reading journal. As usual, at the ending of June, I will bring you the full update of my journal as I get caught up with all the wonderful things that I have been reading this month. And spoiler alert, I already have a couple 5-star reads. So in this video, I will not be flipping you through every single one of my spreads. I will mostly be working on designing some of the spreads that I will be needing for some reading challenges and book clubs that I will be participating in next month. Now, I'll go ahead and remind you that I do a lot of my prep work for these videos just so that it can make this process a little bit smoother for those of you that are just interested in seeing me fill out my spreads or create my spreads. But please let me know if you're interested in videos with more behind the scenes kind of content. I would love to include you in those as well. I'm just not really sure if that's something that you are interested in. So I do a lot of the prepping, the labeling, the printing of my book covers, the pulling of my different sticker sheets and washi tapes and pens. I kind of do that a little bit in advance prior to starting to record, just so that this process can be a little smoother. But if that's content that you are interested in, I would love to bring you some of that content as well. So I'll walk you through first what I need to get done in this video. So I am looking to creating a one-page spread for my booktube friend Jen's book club, which is Literary Love book club. So I am going to be creating a one-page spread for that because it's a book club that was started in June. And so this is the June read, and then it's an every other month kind of book club. So we will basically be reading these 3 books for the remainder of the year. So I'm going to be just using this page for these 3 reads that I plan on doing for this book club. And I will leave some space, I'm thinking, next to each of these, so I can put some maybe posts that I do on Instagram. I know for sure I will be co-hosting Picnic at Hanging Rock with Jen, so I'll probably do a printout of that thumbnail for the show there and include that there. And so maybe I'm thinking I'll do something like this as the design for that one. And I'm also planning on doing a one-page spread for Big Books of Summer. And basically that's going to be like an ongoing kind of challenge for myself for reading lengthier works during the summertime. And it's not something I'm purposely doing. I'm just kind of going to be including or documenting lengthier works. So anything over 400 pages that I do read, I do plan on including that for my Big Books of Summer one-page spread. And I already did finish, spoiler alert, a 400 plus page book, and that was The Nightingale. And so I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I already include that one on there. And then in addition to these 2 spreads, I also want to do a spread for the Sell Your Soul Readathon, which is a besties readathon for all the channel members for Kayla's channel. And basically I've gone ahead and printed out, I'll explain this to you in a little bit, but I've printed out some of those recommendations based on our Excel sheet, and I'll tell you more about that as I set this one up. But this one I am going to need more space. I'm thinking maybe a spread or two even, because the bingo board is kind of large. So I will go ahead and be completing that one too. And I'll tell you more about that one once I kind of get caught up with my designing of the other spreads. Okay, and I do have to be a little bit cautious. I know I talked about this in one of my last videos, simply because I'm getting near the ending of this reading journal. For next year, I think I'm going to kind of use my spacing a little bit differently. Maybe I have to see how I map it out and what I decide to do, just because I don't want to run out of space. And this is the year that I've come closest to running out. I've never needed more than one reading journal for 1 year. So I mean, I'm happy I'm getting it filled up. I also think I am participating in a lot more readathons and having a lot more challenges for myself. So I kind of think that's what's taking up so much space. So I'm going to go ahead and first map out my Literary Love book club spread. So I went ahead and pulled some darker washi. So this is this beautiful washi tape that I think I want to include, and I'm hoping you get to see that close up. But I chose this one because it does have like this beautiful window with some books, and it has like a coffee cup and some candles, but it also has a cat, and it does remind me of Jen, and this is her book club page, so I wanted to use this. And so I then decided I'm going to use this kind of darker sticker set, and this is from Pipsticks. As you guys know, I do love Pipsticks a lot. I've been subscribed to Pipsticks forever, and so this was an older one from a couple years back. So these are some of the choices for the decorations here. I am liking this page a lot. I think I might want to use this one. Let's see what else I have. We have this one, this one. This is so cute. I might want to use these letters. Let me put this here to the side. These little cauldrons as pot or planters is adorable. We have some micro stickers here, which I'm loving. This one is very cute too. We have a large vinyl. We have this one with the Ouija board and the tarot cards. Loving this one. We have these little hearts with the eyes, then these cute little witches. I love this one. I'm liking that a lot, actually. So pretty. And we have these little toads and this beautiful postcard. All right, so I'm thinking I definitely want to use this. Okay, I think I'm going to use this with this. Not sure if I want to include these or not. Okay. All right, I think I'm going to go ahead and stick to this sticker sheet for this project. Might dive into the other ones a little later, but I think this is the one I want to go with. All right. Okay, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to work a little bit on designing this spread, and I'll speed you through it a little bit, and then we'll see what I come up with. And then I will kind of walk you through what I did. guys, so this is what I decided to go with. So I took some inspiration from just this one sheet and kind of did little bookshelves with little decorations. I love how it had the little spiders, and this book is Crypt of the Moon Spider, so I'm super happy that I had those available to me. And yeah, I basically went ahead with this. I really wanted to include this washi just because of the little cat. So I went ahead and just did a little bit there at the very top, and yeah, I'm happy with it, and I think it's fitting to the book club. All right, so let me go ahead and pack up all of these. And I do try to keep my sets together for the most part, simply because these subscriptions from Pipsticks, they tend to like go well together, you know. So I know some people separate their sticker sheets and put them in notebooks or binders. I have done that before in the past, but I find that now for my kind of use of my stickers and my journaling, I prefer keeping them together according to their theme. And again, I don't know what month this was, but it is an older Pro Sticker Club Classic subscription. So yeah, all right. So now we're going to go ahead and move on to Big Books of Summer. So let me go ahead, and I decided to do something kind of summer themed. So I went ahead and decided to go with this Kids Sticker Club from Pipsticks, a subscription from a while back. So let's see what we have here. So these are adorable. We also have these. Again, this is the kids sticker pack, so this one does come with some stickers that are more kid friendly, kind of oversized. And they do have some scratch and sniff stickers and other kinds of stickers. But yeah, these are still a lot of fun. These adorable mermaids. I'm liking this a lot. Let's see. Got this one. Here we have some of these scratch and sniff stickers. These remind me a lot of my childhood. They always bring a postcard, and here we have some of these puffy stickers, which I avoid using in my journal simply because it does make my journal then thicker than what it already is, but these are so much fun, these puffy stickers. All right, so I'm kind of liking this a little bit. I'm liking this, I'm liking this, I'm liking these little seahorses. Let's see if there's anything else. These are too glittery for what I want to do now. Okay. These might go well with those. Okay. All right, I think I'm going to do something with these. All right. So I'll go ahead and start working on a design for this. I also decided I wanted to incorporate this beautiful washi that has the different ice cream cones and popsicles, and it's just everything that reminds me of summertime. And I do like that it kind of fits in with some of these blues, so I think it'll pair nicely with that. So I'll go ahead and start decorating this page, and then I'll bring you back and we'll talk a little bit about what I did. All right, guys. So, my big books of summer page is pretty much completed. So, yeah, I wanted to do a little bit of the washi. I wanted something very light and airy, and then I really, really liked these stickers. And I figured this gave me enough room for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 9 books. And I think that's pretty much where I will be with the big books of summer. I'm not a very big book reader, as you guys know. I do read a lot of horror and thrillers, and both of those genres tend to um, be shorter works. This actually is a historical fiction, which you guys know I don't read often, but normally I'd say historical fictions and fantasies tend to be very lengthy, and those are the two genres that I really don't read. So I'm assuming I think 9 will be more than enough space for big books of summer. And I absolutely love this little guy right here. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. It's not usual for me to do single page spreads. I normally do dedicate full spreads to whatever theme is happening or whatever I'm doing, even if I think it's a little bit extra room. I normally work with both pages, so this is something kind of new to me, and I'm pretty much doing it simply because I'm running out of space. If not, I would try to do whole spreads, which is more what I'm used to doing. But, you know, I want to make sure that I can have space and room for everything that I want to include from halfway through the year up until the ending. And now that I'm saying that, I think I'm going to have to get a little creative and add some extra pages on here simply because we're only in June, guys. We're only in June, and look how thick my reading journal is looking. All right, so I think that's pretty much what I want to do for this one. Let me go ahead and put the rest of these away for future use, and then we will move on to our next one. So here, for the last page, I kind of want to do together with you today. This is for the Sell Your Soul readathon, and basically this is a readathon that Kayla from Books and Lala has put together, inspired by her spreadsheet that she's created. And I know, again, I'm sure you've heard of Books and Lala, and I'm sure you've seen a lot of her content that includes this infamous spreadsheet, which basically just includes lots of information from her channel members. And she's compiled a bunch of data, and she created this readathon, and it's supposed to be just during June. And although I have read a couple things already in June for this, I think I'm going to continue this. I'm so excited with the spreadsheet and with this readathon that I just want to continue it. It's helping me get a lot of my backlist books read, and I'm very excited about it. So I wanted to make it something more for me than just a month-long readathon. I kind of want to continue with it. So what I've done is I've printed out uh, the Pisces recommended books, the Type 1 recommended books, and the most mentioned books. And again, if you are interested in this, I encourage you to check out Kayla's channel, where she's kind of prepped a lot of this for us. But basically, since I'm a Pisces, based on the data from the spreadsheet, these are books that I will probably love. And I went ahead and got from that list all the books that I had not read and all the books that were already on my TBR. And that's what I'm going to go ahead and put on here. And same thing for the Enneagram type. I am a Type 1 Enneagram, and these were the recommended books for Type 1 Enneagram that kind of meant that I would love these or enjoy these. And it's interesting because a lot of the books on there were either on my TBR or books that I had read already. And then overall, the most mentioned books in the entire Excel sheet, which again are all books that, these are all titles that are on my TBR. And then she also created this lovely bingo board to make things even more fun and give us a sense of completing various bingos for doing the challenge and the readathon. So I'm thinking I'm going to start by putting the different books, and these I did not print as I normally do on my sticker paper. These were done by Kayla, so they were pretty much like full page kind of charts that she did, and I just went ahead and printed them normal and cut them. So I'll just be kind of pasting those on there. They were a lot of books, and I didn't want to reprint all of those on sticker paper when I could have just saved the time and cut out the sheet that she went ahead and put together for us to print. So I'm not sure how much space this is going to take. So for now, I'm thinking I'm going to do the different types here. And if I run out of space, then my bingo board will go here, and this will be for something else over here. So let's see how that works. I decided to go with like pinkish heart kind of a thing, since that was kind of what she used as inspiration. This came from that book Liquid. She got inspiration from that to kind of put it together. So let me go ahead and take out this washi so you get to see it. It's so pretty. So I kind of wanted to use this with it. And this is from Sweet Bean Plans. Great shop as well. Wonderful washi tape. The ones I showed you previously were Simply Gilded. All right, guys, so let me see what I decide I want to do. This is going to have minimal. There's not going to be stickers and stuff on this one because there's a lot of books that I want to include, and I want to maximize my space. So let's see how I do this. I'll get back to you and we'll figure out how this went. right, guys, so this did take a little bit more space than I intended, but I realized that I was not going to have space to rate and put my stars underneath. I normally leave a lot of space for myself when I'm doing this setup to put my rating underneath, and I figured I really wasn't going to be able to do that with this setup. So I decided to do the Pisces and the Type A on this page, then have this little break for the bingo board, and then completed books for Pisces list and completed books for Type 1. And obviously I would include the rating and all of that on there. And then the most mentioned was a longer list. So I went ahead and featured it here, and then I allowed myself some space here for which of the books that were on the most mentioned list I end up reading, and obviously what I end up scoring them. And there is overlap obviously between the different types, so that's kind of cool. And there are quite a few rereads here for me. The Hunger Games or Pride and Prejudice, those are books that I have read before, but I have been wanting to reread those. So I went ahead and added them to here simply because they're books that I am interested in rereading. And I would love to document that in this readathon slash project slash challenge that I am doing for myself. So there it is. All right, so let's go back to see what I was able to put together today. So here's my page for the Literary Love Book Club. Here's my page for the Big Books of Summer challenge. And then we have here for the Sell Your Soul Readathon slash challenge. I have these 6 pages set up. And yeah, I'm so excited to have added these to my reading journal. In about a week or so, I will sit down with you guys to film my end of the month June update video, and I will let you know everything that I've read this month. I will let you know if I completed any of these challenges, and I definitely look forward to talking to you about my reading month, because although June is not finished, it has been a wonderful reading month for me in terms of volume and quality and rating of the books that I have been able to get together, and knocking things out of my list and completing challenges, which you know is something that I really, really love. So yeah, I'll go ahead and be able to update this June bingo, adding whatever I read and seeing if we're able to put that together. And I look forward to being able to update this for the month of June in just a week. But now I feel happier because my reading journal is reflecting the new challenges that have come my way, and I am super excited to be able to start working toward those challenges in the next few months. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video of me preparing these spreads. Again, I'd love to talk to you in the comments below. Do you have a reading journal? What kind of spreads do you use? Would you like me to include some more behind the scenes kind of content of me preparing to film these videos? Just kind of let me know what you'd like to see more of. But again, I am so appreciative of you being here. Please like this video. Please subscribe to my channel if you are not currently subscribed. I do a lot of journal related content. I do unboxings. I do swatching of various different products. And if this is something that you enjoy, please subscribe so you can help my channel grow and you can continue catching up with me, my reading life in my library, and my reading journal. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!